Ahoy there, Briney here coming at you with another Genshin Impact video. Now in this video, it's actually a drawing video. I wanted to draw Rosaria. My plan was actually to get this video out when Rosaria dropped. I started it, I think 2 days before she was coming out, and this ended up being a whole nother beast that I was not expecting. This whole art piece took about 250 layers and about 5 days in total of just waking up, draw, waking up, draw, waking up, draw. So I poured my heart and soul into this one, and I've also recorded a good chunk of the entire drawing process. So you can get kind of an idea of all the things that kind of went into it. I really wanted it to, to go above and beyond for this one. This whole time lapse in the background is actually at 5,000% speed. So to give you an idea of how long this took, if it's at 5,000% speed, just take the time of this video along with the sections that didn't make it into the video. There's a couple parts that kind of got missed out. One of the ones that I'm kind of angry about was the whole necklace of Rosaria. That took a while to draw and to look right. Or not even really a necklace. It's like the brooch attached to her chest. But that took a long time to draw and to look right, but I found out that I forgot to hit record for that section, and then there were a couple spots where the footage actually got corrupted due to computer crashes and whatnot, because I guess running my computer for about 14 hours a day apparently isn't great for it. So I put a lot of effort in this. I really hope you guys like it. I tried my best to get as much footage of the drawing process as I could. And I just wanted to talk a little bit about Rosaria, a little bit about the artwork, and maybe a little bit about me. I'm an upcoming YouTuber. I really like Genshin Impact. Like, this is a really fun game for me. I really like the art, the characters, and everything. If you saw my last successful, I guess, post, it was how to beat the Wind Bloom challenges easier. But unfortunately, there's not a lot of game modes where I can kind of show like these exploits of game mechanics. Actually, my education, I started off college in video game design development. I know a lot about game theory, how to craft good games, but also how to break games, because I used to build them a little bit myself. I was never good at building games. That's probably why I flunked out of it. But in terms of the game theory and game mechanics, I excelled at that kind of section. It's actually kind of funny because, well, I think now my artworks are pretty good. I flunked out of concept art, which is hurts the soul a little bit because I love to draw, but the profs there hated the anime kind of art style, and that's A, one that I really like to draw in, and B, I feel like the proportions and whatnot for anime art style, other than like the eyes and the face, like they're anatomically correct. Unless it's like One Piece, you usually have to be very precise with and know a lot about the human body and anatomy to get an animated character to even look nice. Plus, I like the amount of effort that's put into like the animated art style. Anime was actually the first thing that kind of got me into art in the first place. I saw these like beautiful scenes with all these amazing particles and this fantasy world, and this blew me away when I was a kid. Like watching things like Naruto and Inuyasha, like all these amazing anime back in the day, really got me into wanting to draw it myself. Now, when I was a little kid, around 8 years old, I was in this terrible car accident. I ended up getting horrible whiplash in my back and neck. It's caused some very long-term damage. If you've seen some of my other recordings, when I record for a while, I'll start stretching out my back and whatnot, just because my back, it doesn't do so great. You know, a lot of the time I could be standing and it starts to hurt. I could be sitting and it'll start to hurt. Um, but also there was quite a bit of damage to something called my vagus nerve. Now that sounds kind of dirty, but it's a nerve in the neck. Basically, damage to this affects my ability to create memories. So in terms of remembering things, I don't, and that just kind of sucks. If you've seen some of my past content, if you go back in videos, I'll be explaining something, and then something will happen. I'll like turn my head, and then I'll completely forget what I was talking about. It is so bad. But then the other drawback is my hands shake. Apparently, losing the motor control in my hands and fingers and these kind of fine, precise movements are really affected by the damage that was caused by this. I've been to many physical therapists. I've been doing physical therapy for 7 years to try to regain this kind of control. But, you know, I can only do so much, and my hands can only be so steady. So actually, if you notice in my drawing, most of my drawing, I've actually switched to the pen tool within Photoshop. This is where you make a ton of points and you can kind of adjust it. This is a great way for me to continue to draw and to create art because then the lines are smooth, they're clean, they're not all wiggly everywhere. And to be honest, like one of the things that I really like about like the anime art style is just like these clean, uniform lines, and just in art in general, like these smooth lines that don't really look all that sketchy. Those kind of things really appeal to me. So when I found out that I could do this with Photoshop, I actually found a way to kind of adopt my own style to incorporate a ton of these shapes. So most of this is created with these geometric shapes that I adjust the points for, and then I add in the colors, and then some of the shading I draw in myself. Some of it is, again, creating the shapes to attach to. But yeah, just because I have these really shaky hands, I find this a really nice style to kind of create in. And I think in terms of style, like I think this is like my kind of art style. It's kind of different. It's not quite full cartoon or anime. It's somewhere in the middle, where it is a bunch of these shapes just kind of put together. This style I really like doing, although I do have a actual like sketch pad that I can work on. I was actually thinking of maybe trying to do one of those sketches again. I was thinking about doing like an artwork for Eula coming later. This character is really cool. I'd really like to play her, but I'm kind of in this scary spot in Genshin Impact where I'm in the 50-50 for the banner. I don't know if I'll be able to even get an Eula, even though I've been now saving up all my Primo gems since Hu Tao's banner. Eula A is one of those characters that I could get a lot of content out on, but also that character really appeals to me. I really like the look of that character, the kind of like style, even like the fighting style, and the fact that she's like a claymore user, an ice claymore user. That's really, really cool to me. So I would really like to get a Eula. Maybe you can tune in a little bit later when that happens. I'll be wishing on her banner, and hopefully I'll get lucky and not run out of primo gems and become a very sad boy. Please, Mihoyo. Just that character. Oh my goodness. But yeah, I might do a freehand of her, just so that you can kind of get an idea of my art style. If I'm doing freehand, of course the lines are going to be a lot shakier, a lot less clean. And also, this time, I will actually have time between when the character releases and when I decide to do the art piece, because now I have a couple weeks to do this instead of trying to get this video out over and over and over again. I tried being as fast as I could, but again, getting this video out, I'd be like, okay, almost done, just a couple more pins. Okay, almost done, just a little more shading. Okay, almost done. Just clean up a couple more lines. Okay, almost done, just do the background. So it ended up taking a little longer than I thought, but I'm still really proud of this artwork. It's actually one of the most detailed art pieces I've done in a while. I didn't realize how complex just Rosaria's outfit was in general. It has so many layers and buttons and badges and just so much going with it. It is it really blew me away with just the sheer amount of clothing you have to do. And clothing is one of those other things in art that's really hard to tackle. Not only is getting a character anatomically correct under the clothing difficult, but then doing clothing itself is so hard, because clothing, like every single fold kind of reacts with the light, but then if you're not doing a hyper realistic art piece, you have to decide what gets the message across, that there's like wrinkles there without overcomplicating it, without making it look too realistic, too detailed. Still keep this kind of to still kind of keep that anime cartoonish more limited kind of style, because the only real difference between anime and hyper realistic art is the face and the eyes, and how much shading you add. That is literally it. Taking a art piece from anime to realistic, all you really have to do is change the face and add a whole lot more shading. But yeah, I think that gives you a good look into Rosaria. Maybe if you guys want, I could do like an art tips and tricks video, just to kind of get situated on how you would go about creating like art pieces like this. I don't know if anyone's really interested in this, or they're just like, oh look, that's a cool drawing. Maybe you just want to watch more of these drawings. This did take a lot of footage. I think in terms of footage I had to go through, it was roughly around 26 hours of fully recorded footage. And that's after the amount of footage that I've lost, and then I edited it down so that it's not as jumpy all over the place, because sometimes, you know, you bring the camera back while you're drawing just to kind of get a good idea of the bigger picture. Like, you could sit there and work on shading on like the hand or the foot for like 2 or 3 hours, and then when you actually zoom out, you'll notice, oh no, it doesn't look good. So one of those tips for drawing is always zoom in and out. You can't hyper focus on one spot without making sure that the whole looks good. But yeah, Genshin Impact. I really like the characters in there. As an internet pirate, you know, I'm all I'm all about the booty. Maybe I'll start talking about why my internet persona is a pirate a little later. I think that that'll be like if I get to 1,000 subscribers, I'll tell you why exactly I chose that kind of internet pirate. If you guys didn't notice, on both my Reddit page and my YouTube channel is the logo. The logo I also drew myself. I would really like to do a lot more of these drawing videos, but I'll need a lot more hard drives if I want to do this, because this takes so much footage and so much memory space and a lot of time. So I actually I wanted to release maybe like a tips and tricks video of the Contending Tides event, but now I think I only have 1 day left. So if I manage to pull anything off or find any way of beating it easier, that will be in the next video, and I'll try to release it early tomorrow, as early as I can tomorrow, if I'm able to find anything out. If I'm not able to find anything out, there just won't be a video. But yeah, I'd really like to know if you like this kind of just me talking a little bit about art, a little bit about myself and drawing characters. I would really like to do more of these kinds of videos. So if you do like it, remember to hit that upvote. Just like and subscribe. That'd be a big help. I am new to YouTube, but I'm trying to find my niche. I actually ended up switching my education from video game design and development after I kind of flunked out of it because the profs didn't like my artworks, which is kind of sad. But after I kind of flunked out of that, I switched to TV and film broadcasting, and after that I ended up doing an additional graduate degree of visual effects and editing for contemporary media, meaning I know how to do special effects on video. I might be able to tie all of this together in the future, maybe when, you know, vaccines are out and everyone's doing better. I can start filming some shorts and doing some cool effects on them. But for now, I'll do drawing and some gameplay videos, a couple tips and tricks videos of game mechanics wherever I can kind of break the game and exploit certain mechanics. I'll be sure to make a video on it. Now, after I put this amount of work into drawing Rosaria, I'd really like to roll and get her, so wish me the best of luck. Let's do this. Okay, I have the team together that I think will call to Rosaria as best as possible. We have the other Ada over here. We have the Icy Cavalry Captain. And then we have her fellow sister. And then a true badass to fully follow it up. Now, real talk, wishing in this is kind of scary because I am way too young to have a child. While Child is a pretty good character, there's a lot of ways to build him well, and I think he's pretty cool. I really want to save up for Eula. Best case scenario on this banner is in the first 10 wishes, I get an off-banner 5-star, maybe Diluc or Jean, just something to reset it so that I will get a 100% chance to get an on-banner the next time. Worst case scenario is after not getting Rosaria for 50 to 60 wishes, I end up getting Child on banner, and that will totally ruin my plans because then I won't have enough wishes to try to get Eula later. And then I won't have Rosaria, and it will be an absolute mess. So hopefully I will get at least one Rosaria. If you didn't know, at about 76 wishes, your chances of getting a 5-star increase dramatically. It's like by almost 50% increase. Your chance of getting a 5-star, and you're 100% guaranteed a 5-star at 90 wishes. So at around 76 wishes, if you want to save a couple wishes, switch to doing single wishes instead of 10 pulls, because then you can get the reset early on. And then your first 20 wishes, it's around like a 2% increase for your first 20 wishes that you'll get a 5-star. So actually the first 20 wishes, if you're trying to save on wishes, your first 20 wishes you should try doing single pulls, and then after 75 wishes do single wishes, and then you can usually get the 5-star that you're looking for. If you're looking for multiples of that 5-star, just do 10 wishes. It doesn't really affect it that much, but this is why I do single wishes for the first 20 and why I do single wishes after 75. It's because I only want the one 5-star on banner, so I can save more wishes for the next banner to come out, so I can then make art and make more content of these new characters. So let's get into it. Oh my goodness, this is... If everything goes wrong, this is months and months of wishes down the drain. Alright, so now we have our Barbara out for making the wish, and we're in the spot where we first saw Rosaria. Hopefully this will give us the luck we need to bring Rosaria home. Oh goodness. How this goes then dictates a lot of how I'm going to be able to prepare content in the future, so a lot rides on this. I do not have a lot of money to spend on anything. Actually, I make no money from almost anything, so wish me luck. I'm a broke boy from a poor family. Okay, purple. First 10 pull! Yo! First 10 pull! Rosaria. Which one's her good constellation? Deals a crit. Her attack speed increases by 10%. Her normal attack damage. So that increases her solo carry potential, but I want to run her as a support. The duration of the Ice Lance by Rights and Termination is increased by 4 seconds. I believe that is really, really good. Crit hits regenerate 5 energy for Rosaria. Ooh, that's really good for her supporting. That means she can get her ult out more. If we now look at this beautiful nun that I have spent so long drawing. Oh yes, please. Whew. Saucy. So when she presses her E, she increases her crit rate for 5 seconds, and then when she casts her ult, she increases the crit rate of all nearby party members except herself by 15% of her own crit rate. So if you want to run her support, you want to get her at about 100%, if not more, crit rate. Because characters get 15% of that. So I would highly recommend doing crit rate on her. She can increase her own crit rate by an additional 12% whenever she presses E. That actually turned out best case scenario. No wishes wasted. I got her on the first pull. I am too afraid to wish anymore because it'll probably screw up my whole plan of the future if I ended up getting the child on banner now. So I really hope you enjoy this video. If you like the drawing, if you like this kind of content, I would really appreciate the upvote, the like. I'm trying to grow here, so subscribing would be a huge deal for me. And yeah, at 1,000 subscribers, I'll tell you why my name is Briney. I don't know if that's incentive for you to subscribe, but hey, this turned out good. That doesn't usually happen. So thank you all for watching. If you're trying to get child or you're trying to get Rosaria like me, I wish you the best of luck, and I hope you get all the booty ye desire. Briney out.